Hello and welcome to the 5th game of Day 3 Martian Enterprise Tournament. We have Mighty Scroll, that's got many copies, and Lich Shadow for our players. I'm Lahi, and casting with me is Trapping Win. We have a generous map here. Looks like it's generous, but we'll see. What do you think about this map?
Yeah, it seems generous. The iron is a bit awkward, I guess. So all the high irons are mostly in the southwest.
Yeah.
And one in the northwest. But yeah, if you find them there, I mean, it's not a bad place to find. And with claims on the market, and this generous map, I probably want to sit back a bit and try to find as late as possible. That way I get first access to the claim, which means I get the cheapest claim. And I'll get an extra bonus on HQ2. So basically on HQ2, I'm like someone who's on HQ3. Because of the 2 additional claims. This is usually a way I like to play when there's so many funds.
All 4 players have landed. So let's go with the first one, grabbing a strong scavenger fund in the big crater. And yeah, high and medium, this is solid carbon production. Lich Shadow. Lich Shadow has built an expensive...
A scavenger HQ has been upgraded.
Landed as an expensive and landed in the water and aluminum patch.
Yeah. And yeah, unfortunately got a bit behind.
Yeah.
So there's a build menu in the UI. When it's not on, you can't see the buildings there, so you can't see the prices. And if you don't know the hotkeys, then you can't build them at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the solution is to click that button or to press F1, which is the shortcut to that button. And while on the topic of shortcuts, if you also press F2, you get the patterns, F3, the optimizations, F4, the hacks, and F5, the off-roads. I never ever click buttons because you should always use your keyboard when possible in every single game you ever play.
I always click buttons.
No. Never click. Then you, if I see that, I'll get angry and say, no, that's inefficient. What are you doing? Use your left hand.
So
yeah. No, you don't have to do that, of course, but it's something maybe everyone didn't know.
Mighty Scroll has found it as a scavenger in a very, very cramped crater. I am concerned about this.
Yeah.
And not only because this is cramped tile, but also because we have a magnetic storm on the board, and people are looking for a good way to do a magnetic storm because of it. So I am concerned about this. Many copies found it lit on silicon and iron, so they have all their upgrade resources secured, and has went for glass kiln.
Yeah, not a fan of the glass.
Yeah. Although this is an upgrade resource, water food is good already, so it might have made more money if it was built as food.
Food uses less power, uses no oxygen. I guess you have easy access to silicon. But yeah, food is gonna rise in price. Silicon, glass much less so, especially once you start producing.
This glass turning on and off.
The downside is, yeah, when you do make glass money, you're also enabling all the other players to upgrade faster and easier, cheaper. So I think lots of benefits to going food over glass here.
Interestingly, a lot of players has committed hard on aluminum. Lich Shadow has secured high. Tetscar secured double high and a medium, and Mighty Scroll also high and a low. This is a plenty of aluminum production, and unfortunately these tiles don't have good alternative usages. So I'm worried about that. It's going to cost a lot of shipping. It's not going to make money.
Okay. I would say that the previous game we said, wow, pleasure gems are going to be so good, and they're going to be almost as good. So in the rankings, just behind expansives are scavengers, and we only have scavengers, an expansive, and one elite. So still, something many copies could do is go Although there's no hologram this time around. But yeah, kind of like base adjacent pattern lab with and no pleasure dome with the goon squad here.
Yeah.
Right now, like HQ2. You can do it HQ3 too. Don't no later than HQ3, in my opinion.
Yeah, so currently if many copies built, Platinum is going to make 322 on revenue. And let's compare that to all the other tiles they're making. It's much better. It's almost as good as triple greenhouse farm. So it's going to bring a lot of money with the price of single claim and somewhat expensive building. It's worth it.
Yeah, it is.
So Mighty Screw has gone for triple reactors, scrapping all this carbon. I think what a Scroll can do actually is when after upgrading, Scroll can grab remote carbon and just use the tiles next base as their production. There's medium and low.
Yeah. It's not optimal, but it's just to counterplay the mag storms. The other counterplay, I guess, would be teleportation. Doesn't feel great though. That Scar is already going for the patents. He chooses water engine.
Water
so
engine.
this I will have to protest against. So water engine is like teleportation light. Just a much worse teleportation, really.
Yeah.
And teleportation is still up for grabs. So why not just get like teleportation actual instead of teleportation light?
Yeah,
this is like getting water zero instead of water.
Judging from the current trajectory of fuel is not going to be a big problem for a while.
No, the other way.
And that Scar, that does not have high combo or something like that. So this water engine is not going to be super good because water production is not easy right now for that Scar.
Yeah, but even if you had 9 highs, teleportation is still better.
Yeah.
Because it allows you to, like, say, I don't know, say there's 14 nuke auctions and all your remote tiles completely die, you can still put production there really safely. That's one reason. And also, you don't have this production delay. And yeah, I guess just not paying anything is better than paying water, even if you do have a lot of it. So the only benefit is that it costs half the amount of chems.
Many copies is building a pleasure dome. It's going to be completed very soon, and it's going to make 434.
Oh, 9. Oh no. Okay, yeah, 490.
Yeah. 490.
Really nice.
Very good. So other players should be contesting
so
that.
Imagine. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure how. No good poppers. Oh no, he's gonna. Do it! Click it! Many copies! Do it! Don't wait! What are you waiting for? Ah, this is killing me.
What happened? Oh.
He bought an adrenaline boost, but he's not using it.
Oh.
And soon there's gonna be.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there we go. Finally.
There we go.
980 now. Although Lit Shadow did start building his, as soon as that finishes, this will diminish. So, kind of lost. Like he's gonna have lost a lot of money just by the wait. But yeah, this is silly. Now we can majority buy whoever we want, so we can get HQ5. Okay, he goes HQ5. I can maybe go HQ5 and majority buy someone. This is so much money.
Many copies.
And if you can dynamite Lit Shadow's PD, it's even crazier.
And he can do it. It's not good. And Black Market cooldown coming up in 2 seconds.
So one option is, I guess 3 options. 4. There's 4 options. 5 options. Alright, there's 5 options. you can spy Lit Shadow's Pleasure Dome, so you know if you can dynamite it. You can dynamite it blindly. You can buy the Goon, if you expect to get hit, like think this is good enough. You can buy the next adrenaline boost if you think, oh, this is great, I should do this again. Or you can just ignore that and buy a claim and try to focus on other things now.
Yeah.
Because it kind of got enough money here to be in a really solid position.
He chooses the
Buying a
boost.
claim is the worst thing. Okay, he chooses the boost.
I think the boost could have waited because currently the boost
Yeah,
is going to last 40 more seconds, and he also has 40 more seconds in the black market cooldown. So he could have bought something else and then go for the boost.
Yeah. And if there's one thing this did, except making him disgusting amount of money, is make him the target. Everyone will be looking here now, see, oh no, this elite is beats Scavenger stage 5. Gets boosted, yeah. And he's going for a virtual reality now. Oh, what if you boost the lab? No, it's not good.
Yeah, pattern lab, boosting pattern lab should be okay. It's not good though. So it's asking for EMP. I'd rather Goon it first.
And this shadow grabbing teleportation, which is the rich man's water engine. And that's getting nanotechnology. But yeah, really liking many copies here. I know. Yeah. Basically, I don't know how people can stop it.
Okay.
They try with some nice EMPs. Which is a start, I guess. I don't know, maybe. No, I don't know. What's his weakness? You should definitely try to dynamite his optimizations into here. But yeah, he's everything he needs. He has the patents, the insane income, the claims, optimizations. He's optimizing the right thing. Produce. Yeah, he's wow.
Yeah, this elite is set up already.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more optimization sensors coming, and I'd like to see more EMPs coming on many copies space.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a really greedy EMP.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is still fine, I think. So who's his opposition? That Scar. Like, he has fewer tiles, making less money, and doesn't have a pleasure dome. It's Lich Shadow who does have a pleasure dome, and carbon scrubbing teleportation. Carbon scrubbing might be a big deal, but many copies can also get carbon scrubbing. Yeah, so there's one thing I guess people have going for them. It's that most EMPs will find their way toward many copies.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they can beat him. We'll see what happens. I will say at this point, many copies should be looking at the Goon Squad option a lot.
Yeah. When you are you're going to be targeted a lot, Goon is going to do great. Thinking machines can do great. Yeah. Those are options. We are seeing remote tiles from Leggero, making use of teleportation. And I like this, chem refiners on top of carbon, not because they are getting a scientific bonus, but because when a chem crashes, they can switch this tile to anything else or carbon, which is not possible for regular plain nothing tile. So having more options is a good play.
The optimization center is online. Let the planned obsolescence begin.
So many copies.
So who should they attack, do you think? Who would be the best choice?
I like the idea of going to Lich Shadow because these scavengers don't have strong production, but it would have been much better if Lich Shadow was optimizing, and because Lich Shadow is not optimizing, scavengers might be a better idea. Also, they have more death scavengers.
Yeah, that's my two arguments are he's not optimizing and he has 0 death.
Yeah.
Like this is a significant change in the price tag.
I like this layout of Lich Shadow, but I would like to see more optimizations coming.
Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think there was the timing to buy into someone at all. Can't you just keep optimizing, build a few off-worlds, get thinking machines, buy your own stock? Like, who's gonna beat you? Why do you need a sub right now?
engineers have advanced our production.
Yeah,
I think I'm not a fan of going on the offense in general.
offer pride is very, very good. Yeah, building offer would have worked much better. Secure thinking machines, and if construction is difficult, you can optimize those steel production, electronics, glass,
Choose such a wonderful plot of land.
and maybe even go for triple off-road. No one is going to stop that.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna try, but you're kind of gonna out-economy the attempts, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm overestimating his position. I will say I wouldn't mind him going for teleportation and actually putting a pressure dome at the colony, or two. I would like to see. Oof. Shadow has a completely surrounded one. That's nice. But yeah, two pressure domes from many copies at the colony.
Yeah.
Could also be a solid investment.
On the other hand, I like the timing of Deska going to many copies when many copies did not secure his own stocks, and many copies was in debt. Deska went into many copies and grabbed the stocks. Although many copies, Deska could have invested the same money for off-road as well. They can do it now because carbon is so cheap.
Black market wise, we see Mighty Scar with 2 Brava Claim, Lich Shadow with 3, many copies with 2, and that Scar still on 0. I think it was on 0 last game too. So you cannot really win a game of off-road with 0
Those filthy bandits.
claims. I mean, am I wrong in this? What do you think?
The black market
Let's see,
is open for
black market. Yeah, Deska needs claims. So this is problem of scavenger and scavenger without buying claims, because when you look at Lich Shadow base, Lich Shadow has 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. Deska, at best, Deska can make 3 triangles. It's awkward and there's not much production they can make.
The black market is online.
And it doesn't help that Deska went to triple water and double metal mine, which is going to reduce the number of triangles they can make. Many copies has secure thinking machines. Looks like he is looking at off-road right now. Although if one is looking for building an off-road, they should not be auto-selling steel, because when steel goes cheap, other players can grab that cheap steel and build their own off-road, therefore delaying many copies own off-road. It costs a lot to build it. You need 400. It's better to stockpile it.
Very true.
Have advanced our production.
And yeah, this buy isn't super quick. I think maybe the main reason for that is just all the EMPs.
Yeah,
Methods continue to improve.
and that EMP is a fair EMP, I believe. People have to stop many copies.
Yeah, but it's gonna be the end of it now. Given the price of it, 50k is a bit much.
Yeah.
Oh, that's car getting a really nice adrenaline boost here. That's 50% doubly optimized farms, a triangle.
Yeah.
Really solid target choice. I like that.
So, so far people delayed many copies profit and buying into Lich Shadow, and then that's about time for other players. Mighty Scroll, Deathguard, and Lich Shadow to get into off-road first, or similar to first, a bit late. Or Mighty Scroll is now going to second off-road, so it bought time. And then after the purchase is done, people can look into this dynamite, blow up sub off-road, or blow up many copies.
Yeah, I really don't like many copies going off now. That only work in the timeline where he bought into himself.
Yeah.
This is gonna lose him. Like, that scar is like 2 launches away, maybe 1 launch away. Oh, that scar doesn't finish it. Yeah, that scar is probably 1 launch away from winning, so a minute and a half from now. many copies will die unless he is more expensive
Yeah.
than he currently is.
Off-road
And
is assembled. Our
he just
forces
removed,
the black
I'm not sure how much, 60k?
The off-road market is
100k?
finished and awaiting
A,
orders.
a fair amount of money,
Yeah.
probably so. And that could be his undoing.
Yeah, that's got could have grabbed
Oh.
this many copies.
So the winner now, Might Squirrel, or I mean, if you want to win as Might Squirrel or Lich Shadow, you buy into that scar now. That scar is the stock to have.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna have many copies, and then you're gonna have nice stock, nice cheap stock in the one who has like everyone else's stuff.
Actually, Lich Shadow can buy that scar many copies, or could have bought. Now selling out. I think Lich Shadow is looking at many copies now.
I mean, he shouldn't do that. Oh, should he? Maybe he should.
Maybe. It makes some sense. Lich Shadow will get 2 stocks
Yeah,
back.
it makes sense in that you will not. What if we just buy Mighty Squirrel? Let that scar buy many copies, and you have a head start with the Mighty Squirrel buy. Then you can buy that scar.
Yeah, Mighty
Because
Scroll
you don't want
has.
to pay. You don't want to pay 700k for half a many copies. Like, this is so good for that scar. That scar won now. Didn't he?
Well, we will have to see about it.
Okay.
There's still chance. But Lich Shadow has not been optimizing on late games, so maybe it's a lost opportunity. That being said, Onward is almost died. Only food, which is launch, makes money, and electronics, which is difficult to make, makes money. Yeah, Lich Shadow probably should have bought Mighty Scroll.
So that scar, let me sum this up.
have advanced our production.
That scar owns half of many copies. What did he pay? Like 100k? 150 maybe. He bought 5 open stock when they were cheap. Lich Shadow also owns half many copies. What did he pay? 700k! That took the entire game to build up. That was all the money he had in this world. What did he get? The same amount of subsidiary. Claims-wise, Lich Shadow did get 2 more, but claims aren't very good at this point, because Onworld is dead. And I don't think, no matter how good Onworld is, you don't want to pay 700k for 2 claims. And Might Squirrel kind of out of options here, because the others... Well, no, he can buy into that scar.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I think Lich Shadow will need help from Mighty Scroll.
I'm gonna call that scar as the winner, unless...
Oh, there are still
Unless
things
something-
players can do. They can... Dynamite is still at 14k, so they can
Yeah.
stop
What if
their
Might-
offer launch.
Yeah. I think no matter what happens, Might Squirrel should just buy into that scar now, right?
Yeah,
This is like the only option.
yeah. And they should do it sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Squirrel does have a lot of money. Launching Oxygen, which is right launch right now. Optimizing food is good.
Lich Shadow is actually earning a fair amount. I'm not sure what's going on. Is this just...
Market is assembled.
Oh yeah, right! That's got in by any claims!
Oh
Just
yeah.
remember that. So Lich Shadow going with a solid claim advantage here. That's why... You might actually be catching up.
And Onward being this depressing, having lower optimization is not a big handicap because you just need optimization for those 2 markets.
Yeah. Yeah, he's better optimized for the market and has a lot more claims.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's gonna catch up, but I'm surprised that Scar isn't doing better than this. I mean, I was before I realized the claims. One thing to say also about that Scar is he's really vulnerable to an EMP.
Off-road shipment launched.
Indeed. EMP, I think even though it's 70k EMP, it would be worth it. Hitting 1 off-road and a lot of food and hitting another off-road for a little bit. It's strong, EMP.
Yeah. And what's about my Scar? He kind of missed his chance to buy into that Scar.
Yeah. Because
Oh, Lich Shadow attacking Mighty Squirrel. That's interesting.
hmm. Well, there is I am not sure if this is what Lich Shadow intended, but if Lich Shadow thinks that Mighty Scroll does not want it Lich Shadow, then what they can do is hit dynamite on Squirrel's offer market, and because Squirrel may want to blow up that Scar's offer market, so Lich Shadow pops a goon for free and bounces the dynamite and let Mighty Scroll attack that Scar's off-road. Maybe that is a line of play.
Yeah. That was some advanced logic. But yeah, so in this case, if Mighty Squirrel already had the ship 5 stock in that Scar, maybe he could have had a chance, but now he has to buy the expensive ones, so he doesn't even get all the five
Yeah.
like outer ones.
If Scroll had
He has
4
no
stocks, then after Lich Shadow, even if Lich Shadow finish by, then because they have some share in them, they will get the split stock. Although that Scar finished the buy first, so it did not happen. So at this
I
point,
mean, even if he did it optimally, I don't think he had much of a chance, but now he has literally 0.
maybe some black market offense might have changed difference.
Successful off-world shipment.
The result.
Make room for the profits.
And didn't I say, yeah, pretty sure you can quote me this game, clip me, saying that you literally cannot win without bribing any claims. But here's that Scar proving me wrong. Who needs claims? They only make you money.
Well,
They're not
claims
winning
are not
games.
good now, so who needs claims? Look at these prices.
The off-world market is finished and awaiting orders.
Alright, so do you have any awards here? I feel like maybe there's a
Off-world shipment launched.
outstanding
Look at all the
performance?
money.
Oh no, these were all bracket 1 players.
Our methods continue to improve.
Okay, so who did the magnetic storm?
This Shadow will get the
Launch
alert.
affirmative. What a payout.
Okay, Lich Shadow. I'll enter it in.
And we are waiting for the buy to happen. That Scar now has 100%.
The black market is open for business.
Will come soon.
Yeah, GG.
Successful off-world shipment.
There's the
Make room for
button.
the profits.
And that Scar takes it.
Yeah, I'll play.